Okay, let's debrief each state of mind. Where did you say she was with her consciousness? And why would you say she's high with her consciousness?
She was like, oh, we're talking about dual enrollment again.
It's our favorite thing.
Can't. And I always do this in front of people. I never have a private conversation about it.
So when people come to you with a problem, usually consciousness is high. Even if they don't know what to do about that problem, the fact that they know that there is a problem, consciousness is high. What about craftsmanship?
You said low, the things that she's tried before aren't working. And now
We actually went the other way. We thought it was in the higher end just because it seemed like she knew this, that she had the skills to be able to tackle the problem. And then it kind of led into our efficacy, which we thought was low, because we felt like she had the skills and she knows she has the skills, but then she's not sure how to utilize those skills.
Jenny said over and over, I just don't know what to do next. I'm not sure what to do. And so sometimes it looks tricky, and you'll notice this when you're coaching somebody. Jenny has really high craftsmanship as a person, right? She has really high craftsmanship. And so when you're coaching somebody like that, you think, oh, listen, look at all the things she did. She's a person who really is perfecting her craft. However, in this situation, she doesn't know what to do next. She's not sure. So that's a craftsmanship issue, right? It's a place, and that's why that really is a perfect definition of when someone's stuck, because it's out of character for Jenny. And so that kind of leads to some stuckness.
or the things that were before aren't
Yes.
working now.
Yes.
She has all these skills that she knows. They're not working in this situation, so she doesn't know what else to do.
So we said it was medium because her consciousness, she's very aware. She's tried some things, but it's not effective. So it's kind of like a high, medium, low, and then, which makes sense to me just because it's not like the person's not trying to do something.
And Paula and I talked about, and we would say craftsmanship is more on the lower end, just because she just kept repeating, I don't know what to do. I don't even know the first step to take. I don't even know. I don't know. And someone keeps saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know. I've tried everything. I don't know. That means craftsmanship is low because they don't know what to do. And so that craftsmanship is on the lower end
In this situation.
in this situation. And so
Not
Juliet talked about efficacy and how that is lower, and craftsmanship and efficacy are usually hand in hand. If you don't know what to do, you're not going to feel very efficacious. And so efficacy would be on that lower end. Craftsmanship is going to be lower, efficacy is going to be lower. You're like, I mean, she almost said, I can't see a way out of this. I can't, every time I go to a meeting, I think I put something in place and then it doesn't work. And after a while, that erodes at your efficacy because you're like, I've tried everything and it's just not working.
I think at our entry point, her craftsmanship and her efficacy was up.
Probably,
And then
yeah.
based on finding a lot of roadblocks, you start questioning your craftsmanship and your efficacy goes down.
How about flexibility?
We felt it was high because she worked with all the different teams and she tried to bring them together.
She was really expressing, I'm willing to try anything. I've tried this, I've tried that. She's not just frustrated because the one thing she wants to do isn't working. She's willing to try anything.
And to see other perspectives. I think, did we say medium high? We would put
Pretty high,
flexibility.
yeah.
And finally, how about interdependence?
We felt like that was sort of medium because not that she hasn't tried to work with other people, but that to harness it and make it work is not working. If that makes sense. Not that-
values it, you said.
Yeah.
But she's been made to not be a part of either group. So she,
Yeah, I think I said stuff in the middle.
so
Yeah.
she
wants to be flexible, right? But she is feeling alone in terms of independence.
Paula and I said medium for interdependence as well. She's definitely willing to work with others, it's just how do you get all of that to work together? When you're stuck in the middle, and you're working with two groups, but how do you then interdependently bring them all together?
The stakeholders in this situation.
And also, maybe there's another interdependence piece beyond the two groups and working with them. Almost in the description, kind of feeling like she's trying to fix that or pull them together on her own. So I think, alone, so I think that was part of the piece of the conversation that sort of stood out.
So I'm gonna paste Jenny, and then we'll write down the goal once we get to the goal. So you're frustrated because you've tried everything you know and you're still not getting the results that you want.
Yeah, I think I kind of came into it in the beginning frustrated with myself because I felt like I just didn't know enough about it. And now it's a different kind of frustration because I do know a lot about it and it's still not working. Like it's just this, it's, I thought the frustration was stemming from lack of knowledge. And as I gained more knowledge about it, the frustration is that the strategies I know and am used to using aren't working. So I've like shifted where I'm like projecting all my frustrations. And it's not just that I don't know. I feel like I've done the research, I've found out everything from everybody I can think of, and I've got all the information like laid out on the table, and then it's still not helping to improve communication.
So you're frustrated because the other stakeholders, you have communication skills, but the other stakeholders really are not responding to that or communicating in a productive way.
Yeah, I don't think they're responding to what we've talked about, what they've even expressed, is what they want. I feel like I've tried to address that, and then it still doesn't help improve anything. So I'm not, the overall communication, which would be like what I'm trying to aim for, just hasn't really improved in my mind.
So you're frustrated because nothing is getting better. And what you want is to have an effective communication plan with all the stakeholders. And you're looking for a way to make that happen. So just talk very briefly, what did you notice about that?
Pretty sure I got it. Thank you.
Am I done?
Wants to have an effective communication. Did I say successful? I think you said successful. Do you remember? Successful or effective? Have an effective communication plan with all of the stakeholders.
They didn't really talk about the team, other stakeholders.
Stop thinking about it too much. Look at her, look at her.
Put out there for everyone.
I know, and I'm sitting there, she's like, stop thinking about it, because it's gonna leave me later. It's not like Juliet's where I get left, I actually get to do the lead later, but I'm over here sitting there.
Just doing on it now. Yeah, you're going to strategies
I was like,
already.
stop it, don't think about it.
Maybe we'll help you resolve this.
I hope so.
Because, I mean,
Or feel more resourceful.
So what did you notice about the pace?
you got the emotion right away.
Yeah,
I mean, that was immediate.
and I didn't change the emotion, I didn't get the content though.
Correct.
And I didn't change the emotion because she kept repeating frustrated, frustrated, frustrated. So I was like, I'm not gonna change this, she's frustrated. I just wasn't getting the content right.
So I have a question about, and it's because I have a little more prior knowledge about where she's coming from. But I felt like this is taking her back to square one, where I feel like what she said in the original conversation was that she's tried all of the communication craftsmanship that she has, and she feels like she's still hitting the wall after brick wall after brick wall. But Meg brought up a good point, which is maybe this just opens it up broader and allows the person, the coach, to go and dig deeper into the states of mind and to find a, so in essence, you're almost looking for a needle in a haystack, because when someone's frustrated, you're trying to get them to see that some things that they may have tried aren't working, and there's a why because of that. Is that right?
Actually, after break, hold that for after break, because the activity we're gonna do after break is probably gonna help with what you're saying.
But is that a proper question to say that I'm wondering if this is just like a cycle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're taking the person back to square one, and that's why the coachee is coming to square one. They're frustrated about not seeing any movement, not seeing
So
progress.
which part is taking them back to square one?
Just the idea of, really the goal, of having an effective communication plan, because I think that's the gist of the whole
Because that's what she was
problem.
saying the whole time, that she had and she wasn't working.
Right.
So she said to Paula, oh, plan, that's what I need, a communication plan. So she's already, and Paula's like, stop thinking.
Stop thinking, it's not time yet. Wait for the audience.
But there's almost been a shift already, because
Okay,
she probably wasn't thinking about it in that way.
gotcha, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She was trying to communicate, but she didn't have a plan for communication.
She really, like, literally sitting over there just now, she'd like have that thing that you, that's awesome. As a coach, when you see someone go, it's like that dog tilt, right? Like she goes, a communication plan. That's what I need. Like it's the first time she'd heard that word. And it was the same thing with Juliet yesterday when Tina was pacing her and she said, you're stressed. She's like, yeah. And she's exuding all kinds of stress, and she's like, I never thought of that. Like, it's as if the thing is a brand new concept to them, right? That's how it feels to them. That is how it feels when it's,
And I don't know if you noticed her viewers when I said that. She like blinked her eyes and she's like, yes, like, oh my God, yes, that's it.
I'm trying to stop thinking.
I know, don't think. Okay, so you are going to take a break. It's 10:17, so we will not be coming back at 10:10. Let's come back at 10:30. 10:30.
you may think about beach, you may think about lunch, you may think about driving to the car, you may not.
Got it, got it. You can go get
Your man egg. Oh, I want my man egg. I have man egg too.
Yeah, that's right.
That's from Arrested Development.
What are you all thinking about the pace compared to what you might have?
And do you like the positive presupposition that she's like having you compare the pace that in your mind you had crafted and was right here comparing it?
No,
Was it the same as Tina's?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, she needs a plan. Like, you can tell she's a type person. Her craftsmanship is so high. She's like, I'm an organized person. And she used the word, like, I forget what she named herself. Like, part of her identity is, like, organizing. And, like, she doesn't feel organized when it comes to these two groups of people. And she just needs a little plan. And she'll figure it out. And she has that plan. So I think that word plan did, like, shift her. Like, yeah.
I don't think I would have come up with the word plan though. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know I wouldn't, because I tried and I didn't.
Well, the thing is, like, you made it a destination. Like, I knew, like, yeah, she wants effective communication. Like, but that's the journey. Like, you nailed the destination, you know? Yeah, no, like, I don't know, who knows? For me, like, that's,
What emotion would you have used
she's frustrated,
to begin with?
frustrated. I think she kept saying it was marker work for sure.
The one thing I kept thinking about was like, you shared your story about with Martin, how you kept saying you were irritated, and even though you were saying it, it wasn't capturing it. Sometimes the marker word of their emotion is, it's how they're feeling, but the reason they're still stuck is because they're not naming it higher. I've seen that before, so I was just kind of, like, it was different for you, even though you kept saying you were irritated, if that wasn't it. And I wondered if she was exasperated, like if she was more than frustrated. Because at one point she was like, I was frustrated and now I'm frustrated. And she was naming for a different reason,